Day has also indicated to me that she is on federal probation right now.
She's on. What are you on probation out for?
I think like a drug conspiracy charge.
Where?
A conspiracy.
Out of where?
Arkansas.
Good morning, Ms. Howard. So you were wanted out from another state. Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. You know, I've never met you before. I don't know you. I don't know how dangerous of a person you are. I don't know if I give you a bond, are you going to go?
Right off the bat, the judge isn't buying fairy tales when he says gumdrops and rainbows. He's basically warning your words won't outweigh your record. Question for you. Should someone's criminal history outweigh what they say in court? Let me know in the comments.
She's wanted from Navajo County, Nebraska, for burglary, felony 2A, theft unlawful taking 5,000 plus, and conspiracy to commit a class 2A. State is opposed to a bond based one on the charges.
Burglary, theft, conspiracy, and previous fugitive status. This isn't just a rap sheet. It's a full novel. The state's building a wall of priors here to block any shot at bond. This is what they mean by habitual offender territory.
Her most recent conviction was also back in 2024 for an beating with a motor vehicle out of Defendant County. Day has also indicated to me that she is on federal probation right now.
She's on. That's out of Arkansas, Judge. That's what she's on bond for. She is on the leg, has the leg monitor on for that.
What's she on federal probation for?
What are you on probation out for?
I think like a drug conspiracy charge.
Where?
A conspiracy.
Out of where?
Arkansas.
That's the case out of Arkansas, Judge.
Possession with intent to distribute, it looks like. Her release date is 2029.
So is that different from what she has in Nebraska, the federal probation case, or are you talking about, is that the same one?
Nebraska should be different. What she's wanted for right now is the burglary. So the basis of the probation, the federal probation would be the possession with intent to distribute.
Got it.
That's out of Arkansas. When she was in Arkansas, Nebraska put a hold on her, but they didn't come get her.
So let's get this right. Here in Harris County, in 22, you have a burglary of a building, a failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice, meaning you're trying to evade law enforcement. You have a prior fugitive case from 21. You have another failure to ID from 2024. You're on federal probation in some other state. You have another open burglary in Nebraska, and you had an evading in a motor vehicle in Montgomery County. And you want me to set you a bond?
This is the climax moment. The judge drops the rhetorical hammer, should I? And the silence says everything. Reminder, judges often weigh risk to public safety over all else when deciding on bond. Would you trust someone with that record to show up in court?
You over, is that correct?
Right.
Okay. Did you attempt to flee from at that time?
No.
Okay. And that's what you're aware of that case up in Nebraska.
Not until my lawyer had told me to turn myself in, but they said when we were a court day for that.
I don't want you to talk about the cases now.
Okay.
How old are you, man? How old are you?
24.
You're 24, and you have all those priors.
That's not just a legal opinion, it's a gut reaction. When a judge says you scare me, it's game over. No bond, no chances, no way. This isn't just legal judgment, it's human fear of what might come next.
Sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they're their own worst enemy. You know, you scare me. I can't give you a bond. It's hopscotch with states with the criminality. It can't just happen. And you have a prior one from here as well. I just can't do it, man. It just, at some point, it comes time, the bill comes due. That's now.
She already executed the waiver, Judge.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Ms. Howard. First things first, though, is I have Mr. White that's been representing him.
Right.
And I guess, did I grant your motion withdrawal or we're having a hearing now? All
We come back on Monday.
right, so come on up.
So Will reached out to me on Wednesday. I spoke with Michael on Friday. I spoke with Michael on Wednesday. And so basically the understanding is that Will's gonna sub in and take over and I guess possibly
Are you
resolve the
hiring
case for
on?
today.
I'm hired on to this new felony
Okay,
case that triggered this whole deal. I've agreed to sub in on this case to work out whatever's going on here, and I've been talking to Michael about that. The felony case is bogus for a lot of reasons, but talk to the state about this as well.
well, hold on.
Okay.
Putting the cart ahead of the horse.
Okay.
So you went out.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you're out.
Okay. And I'm in.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Want me to appoint him a lawyer or do you want to?
I'm taking it pro bono because I'm hired on the felony and we want to just resolve this DWI deal today, probably.
Well, because here's the deal. I'm putting him in jail. You picked up a felony while you're on.
Big twist. The moment a new felony charge drops while someone's already out on bond, that's a deal breaker. Boom, bond revoked. Judges see this as a sign that the defendant just doesn't take conditions seriously.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White. You did file a motion to withdraw, correct?
I didn't.
Mr. White?
He didn't file it.
Aaron,
Yes.
did you file a motion to withdraw?
Yes, I followed it last week.
I saw it.
I don't have, I have one. This one.
He said last week.
Yeah.
It's on Douglas.
I just see an appointment form from January.
I see the motion to withdraw. Yeah, it's there. Do you see it, Seth? Do you need a cause number?
I have the 2500939. Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, can you put it in the queue so I can sign it? Okay, all right. Tell me. It doesn't,
I know.
there's a certain standard.
I
You pick
understand.
up an injury to a child. I don't know anything about the case. All I know, he's picked up a third degree felony and it's a serious charge. It's not like it's a
But, yeah.
trespass, but it's so,
But you know that these charges can be
I,
empty.
but I don't know that for sure. All I know is that he's picked up a felony. He's not done squat while he's on bond for this thing. He's literally been riding free, not doing anything for the last 4 months, 4.5 months.
Has he been blown in?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Done nothing. He's not tested. He's not had. He's literally done nothing. So, anyways,
State's offered a time served. I talked to Michael about it. I'm like, hey, my plan coming in was to try to get him back on PTI because
they're like,
the felony is so ridiculous. It blows my mind. But regardless, I was talking about that this morning. He's like, honestly, Will, he's like, the PTI it's not feasible for me to do. He's like, is there any alternative?
if you want time, take it maybe a day.
I don't need the time. He wants to time serve it today, Judge.
Well, if that's what he wants to do, then that's on him.
Okay. Would the court accept that?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, look, far be it from me to, because that's what we would do in every case.
Right.
Any case that comes back here. And I mean, obviously, state, you need to also be happy as well, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
But it's on you guys. So I'm on board if they're on board.
Okay. I will run it by him just to make sure and then we'll get paperwork started. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Douglas, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. First offense, it's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You know, it doesn't make me happy to put people in jail, but if you're a danger to my community, I only have one place for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand something very serious now, that this DWI is going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. You get pulled over again, first thing an officer does, they're going to look at your record. When they see this and they look at the other, what do you think they're going to do? Think they're going to be happy? Think they're going to give you a hard time? Probably. So if you even have the most faintest remote smell of anything funky, it's probably not going to go well for you. You need to understand that from now on, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Understood.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal.
Listen to this closely. It'll be there after you die. That's how permanent this DWI is. This isn't fear-mongering. It's fact. Repeat offenses mean steeper fines and longer sentences. Would a mandatory Uber subsidy help prevent this? Or is personal responsibility enough?
Everyone's human, but when you continue to endanger other people's lives, there are no more mistakes, there are actions. And when you keep making boneheaded actions, we have longer sentences, bigger jails, more fines. This carries a fine of $4,500. And if you don't do it, you sit in jail 1 day for every $100 you owe. So you can imagine how much jail time you will do on a $4,500 sentence. On a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. Get a clue. If you want to get lit, great. Take an Uber. $40 anywhere you want to go in this city. You understand? What do you do for a living?
Work at a warehouse.
How much money do you make a month?
I'm sorry. 16.
Look, I'm going to waive your fee for you today. You come back with another DWI, get ready, because it's just, do you understand? Get a clue. Good luck. Oh, I'm suspending your license for 180 days, sir. Do not drive until you get a license. All right, sir. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
And